Okay, we're here in our shop with our 1972 Ford. It's what we want to attach this Starlink Mini mount to. So the first thing that we did was we found the location. We like the dish being kind of just below the roof line here and tucked in through this crossbar here. So we've sized it up. We have a couple wires that are here, so we just want to move them out of the way, make sure everything is lined up where we like. And that's going to be step one, is just kind of simulate the area just to make sure you have clearance. You can click the dish in here to make sure that it's going to fit. And then we ran our power cord here from inside. So we know that this is a good location and we're happy with where it's sitting. We can make some adjustments once we get the clamps on, but just to get a rough idea to make sure that you're not trying to attach this in an area where it's just not going to work. Okay, these are the clamps that are going to go over the tubing, and then they are going to bolt into this bracket right here. So the first thing we want to do is, you can see one of these is just flat. The other one has a hex out of it. That hex is where your nut is going to go. So the other side, the flat side, is where the Allen side of the bolt is going to be. If you're in an area where you can only access one side of the tubing, you just want to make sure that your bolt here is accessible. So say I couldn't get over here, you don't want these clamps going this way. So just do a little bit of planning to make sure that your bolts are going to line up exactly where you want. In this case, the dish and the mount is here, so we want those bolt heads over here, and we have open access. So first thing you're going to do is just push these over your tubing and make sure that any wiring that could possibly be in the way or anything else is out of the way. Then we're going to take our bolts, have them ready, and one at a time you just line these up and then you slide the bolts in. The good thing about these mounts is, like I said, there is a hex already on one side, and that is going to hold that nut in place. So once you get that to where you're happy, you start turning this Allen and it should catch the threads so that you don't have to put a wrench on that other side. So you can see here we got our first bolt and clamp over here tightened all the way. What you're going to do is you're going to put your Allen on it, and as you turn, keep turning, and you'll hear like a clicking noise right there. And you know that's tight all the way. The great thing is that allows you to now work on the second one without having to balance everything. So now you just tighten down the second clamp, and same exact concept. Once you get it close, you hear those clicks, you know that that's tight. Now all we have to do is route our wire here, which I like to run it through the little opening on the side there and run it right up here to where you can click it into your dish. Now you're bolted tight. You heard clicks on all these nuts. You can go ahead and take your other Allen, and the big bolt that's coming through, it's on the bottom here. That takes a 5.5 millimeter or a 7/32 Allen, it's included. Go ahead and tighten that down now that these clamps are on here. That way you know that both of these bolts and both of these bolts are tight. Then all you have to do is go ahead and insert your dish and you're ready to go. Now I'm going to go over how to attach your dish to the mount and then how to release your dish from the mount. To do that, you'll need this Allen tool. We provide it, comes with the mount, and it works as a theft deterrent. You'll notice this tool is extremely longer than your average Allen. That is because in order to release the dish from the mount, you need to be able to access the small Allen screws that are in there, and this tool is specifically long enough, whereas a normal Allen, you're not going to be able to get access in there, so it works as a theft deterrent. So I'm going to show you how to attach the dish and remove it. It's super simple, as you'll see. Okay, so when you're going to attach your dish, the first thing you want to do is look at these two screws here, and you want to make sure that they're backed out. You can kind of see in this little gap right here that the screws, when you screw them forward, they cross that plane and they screw into this. So in order to put the dish in, you want them backed out. You don't need to back the screw all the way out, just enough to be able to reach in here. And as you see, that's how you release the dish. and then it springs back into place, which holds it, release it, hold it, and then this is what locks it in. So I won't put the dish on because it's going to block your view, but you would essentially connect your power cord, slide your dish this way so it clicks into place, and then once the dish clicks and these little teeth here are in the dish, then you just righty-tighty this and you'll see the bolt is going into the thread. That is what locks it into place. So you come over and you do the second one, and same exact concept. Now these don't need to be all the way in. You see how they're sticking out? Once you feel a little resistance, then your dish is locked into place. And as you can see, now you can't release the dish. So this is what we call the locking mechanism. So in order to take the dish off, or even to put the dish on, you need to back these screws out just enough to where you can kind of feel when you're turning it that it gets easier, or you can visualize that there's no threads in there and you can feel movement in the release tab here.